Eminem made a diss track against Michael Jackson, and it just leaked the other day, and it is insane. Okay, so before I get into this, let me give you a little bit of a history lesson before I jump into this. Obviously, his T-Dos album, The Death of Some Shady, great album. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's this song called Antichrist on it, which he says a lot of crazy stuff. It's funny, very... But it turns out that's a revision of a very old song, which is originally a Michael Jackson diss track, and he's taken stuff from the original Antichrist, and he also put it in Renaissance, which is the intro to the album. The do-rag, Edward Scissorhands, that's in the Renaissance, which is the intro to T-Dogs. A lot of, crazy stuff, okay? Now, if you listen to the original Antichrist, which is what's been going around, it's what's leaked, it is not just some, crazy stuff. It is originally a Michael Jackson diss track, because if you do know, Michael Jackson and Eminem had beef back in the day. I grew up and I was, there when the beef was going down. This is during the Encore days, because he made that song to go crazy. Go stupid. And the entire, in the music videos, him dressed as Michael Jackson, he has his hair on fire. I think he sticks his head in the toilet. And Eminem says that he's touched on everything except little boys. Obviously taking shots at Michael, but that's what M does. M always takes shots at pop stars. He takes shots about everybody about him, because if your name rhymes with something or you get into a controversy, and that's not even an Eminem thing. That's just a rapper thing. If something popular happens, as rappers, they take it, they flip it, they rip it, they throw it here, they throw it there, punchlines, that's just a rapper thing. This is not something that's just subjected to Eminem, but they pretend like he's the only one who's done it. No, I don't know why people pretend like he's the only one who does stuff like, no, he's not. You know what I'm saying? So he gets a lot of flack for doing stuff like that, which is stupid. Everybody, dude, if I had a penny for every single time a rapper's made a Michael Jackson reference when it comes to his, allegations, I wouldn't be here making this video. I'd be somewhere in like the Bahamas. But that's not the point. I'm here to talk about the Antichrist song, the original version from the Encore days. So it opens up, and it is some of the craziest stuff that he said to date. And he opens up talking about, the Edward Scissorhands stuff, which has pretty much been reused for Renaissance, for the Death of Some Shady album. I like that album. I love the album, actually. Very dope album. And he talks about, he's strangling and dangling the baby over a railing, which, if you know, that's a reference of Michael Jackson, holding the baby over the balcony. And he says that he's going to change his own daughter's name, Haley, to Handkerchief, which could have multiple meanings, but obviously, I would say the main meaning is, didn't Michael Jackson change his kid's name to Blanket or something like that? Which, when I first heard that line, Haley to Handkerchief, I was like, whoa, what does he mean by that? But, the blanket reference, that to me was like the one that was like, okay, that clicked the most, so I'm going to run with that. Then he said there were boys running around with nothing but underwear in the house. That's what he said, which obviously another Michael Jackson reference. Which, again, correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I was a kid when stuff like this was happening, and I wasn't even born when some of this did go down. But wasn't there a boy hiding in his Neverland mansion in his underwear, something like that? Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, that's what the news was reporting on. That's what the stuff, the rumors that were going around. Again, I was a kid when some of this stuff went down. And then he says that there are little boys 11 who's never been to the Netherlands, which, there you go. If it doesn't get any more in your face, and then you have the whole entire, the hook is catchy. I love the hook. The production is too. The production comes off as again, childish. It comes off as a little bit childish. And then you also have Marshall. He's the Antichrist. He was slicing dice. Children, which I believe, off of memory, the Antichrist revision is women and children. But it has a pause in this one and just children. And then at a point, it actually, instead of saying Marshall, he says Michael. And then he's like, Marshall. So more shots at Michael. Then he talks about, hey, about the cotton candy ice cream and caramel apples. And there's this carnival atmosphere. And these kids should come up, which, again, more shots at Michael. It's just a huge Michael. Damn. It's just and if you sit there and you listen to the song and you're like, wow, that was some of the nasty stuff I heard. But that's what that motherfucker's getting accused of. That's funny. That's what was so crazy about the diss track. I saw people oh my God, that was so disgusting. Why would Eminem say that? Why would he say it's so gross? But that's what that guy's getting accused of. That was the point. That was the whole point of the song. The whole point of the song is that nasty stuff he just said and described, that's what he's being accused of. Like, you're missing the point. That's the point. It's horrifying. That's that motherfucker. That's him. Yeah. And it goes to the Antichrist hook. And he talks about running into a daycare center with a pair of scissors. Everybody kiss Jake goodbye, whatever. And he abducts the kid, takes him to the house. And he gets in him like Joe Jackson did the Jackson 5. You know, Joe Jackson, the father of the group. So there we go. Another punchline, another hit to the stomach. And that's when he does that. His name is Michael. And then he switches to Marshall. And he talks about the cameras in the master bedroom and stuff like that. And that Michael is sleeping on the floor and the kid sleeping in the bed. Why doesn't my dad call anymore? Mommy knew his dad. And that they was like, do you want the race car bed? Or it was like that. I think it was a Hello Kitty comforter or the race car bed. But either one, I'm snuggling up to. Yeah. It's like, whoa. This entire diss track is so visceral. It's so guttural. But the point is like that again. That's what that man's being accused of. You know, that's the whole point. So, like, you can sit there and be like, oh, no, my God, why would he say so? But that's what that motherfucker's being accused of. So, it's like, you're putting your disgust in the wrong place. Like, you're having the correct emotions, but you're putting it in the wrong place. You're having the correct emotion, but you're putting it in the wrong place. Now, here's my favorite part of the entire diss track. It ends with Bizarre. Of D12, which I like Bizarre. He's funny. Bizarre D12 is like, yo, Marshall, you're going too far, Marshall, you're going too far. I would never say something like that. Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that? I may be the only person here who has listened to Bizarre's solo work. Here's the thing. I never really looked into the members of D12 till as of recent. Yo, shout out to Proof. Rest in peace, Proof. If you got this far in the video, please do yourself a favor and listen to an album called Searching for Jerry Garcia. It's an album by Proof. Beautiful album. It's amazing, especially the last song on there called Kurt Cobain. That actually made me cry. I'm not going to hold you. And I don't cry. I keep it gangster during music. But this album, like if I could ever tell somebody like, yo, what did the 2000s sounds like? Boom. Searching for Jerry Garcia, you had some, records where Got You Moving. It had some stuff with 50 on there. It was such a mixed bag of so many great tracks. You had emotional stuff. You had gangster melodies. You had dope MCing from front to back. I was like, wow. Because I wanted to look into the members of D12. And Proof lives up to the name. Proof is a monster MC. Monster. A beast of an MC. Please do yourself a favor if you have Spotify. If you even want to go on YouTube, just look up Searching for Jerry Garcia. Yo. Amazing album. You gotta listen to it. It's one of those hidden gems. Great album. You're not gonna be disappointed at all. He does not get enough of credit for that piece of art that he put out. Great album. Dude, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal piece of work. But with that being said, back to Bizarre. Everybody knows Bizarre for that one song. I'm a rock star. Baby, 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 I'm a rock star. And you got Eminem in the background like dancing. And it's funny. And then you listen to the lyrics and you're like, oh, whoa, whoa. And then the problem. Talk about horrorcore. Talk about horror to the core. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay, if you know, you know. I'm not going to be quoting anything, guys. If you know, you know. If you listen to Bizarre's albums, you listen to them. If you haven't, you haven't. But that's what that is. But yo, but it's crazy because it's like, And MJ's beef, it all stemmed, from what I remember, it stemmed from that whole entire video. Go stupid. Go crazy. It's like dance boys, girls and all dancing. Yo. And all that. And then M just had this nuke just sitting around. That's it. This nuke was just sitting there collecting dust. And it's like, dude, I wonder what the music climate would have been if this leaked. Or maybe he dropped it. Imagine if he dropped that. Oh, man. That would have. Ooh. Oh. I mean, just, oh. Oh, dude. I'm not even like, yo, because here's the thing. By that time, M was already an icon. You know what I'm saying? So Michael Jackson's already this pop icon. He's an icon. Like, if you go to Nigeria, to, like, some hut, everybody's going to know who M is. Everybody's going to know 50. People would know who Michael Jackson is. Those are icons. Those are guys who are bigger than the game that they're even involved with. You know what I'm saying? You go to like anywhere. It's like undiscovered tribes are wearing free Yayo t-shirts, guys. Wearing Michael Jackson wearing M t-shirts. Like, guys, this is how big the impact. So it's like two titans, obviously two different genres. And just M is not the type of dude to sit there and just take nothing from nobody. And the thing is, again, like I said, M's not the only guy that takes shots at everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what rappers do. You grab shit and you flip it. Because especially with someone as controversial as Michael Jackson and things that he's been accused of for all these years, you got to, obviously people are going to say and make punchlines out of it and references towards it. As big of an icon as he is, and then I believe Michael Jackson ended up getting part of Sony, and then he had like some publishing rights. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he had like, he was making money off of M's music, and then that obviously was gonna add a lot of fuel to the flames and be like, yo, you fucking kidding me? You like, yeah, and that may have been what made such a song. But yo, the whole entire revision is dope as well. The revision is so, like, again, that's what I've always loved about M. He'll say what he has to say to prove a point. And that's what I've always loved about. That's what I've also loved about 50. Same exact guy, dude. Same exact guy. They will say what they have to say to prove a point. They'll prove their point. Whether they prove it today or prove it tomorrow, they're going to prove their point. You know what I'm saying? They got something to say. They're going to fucking let you know. They're not going to sit there like, maybe. Like, no, he's going to tell you, man. They're going to tell you. Which, another dope track. Cool leak, man. And, M was never really that silent about the whole Michael Jackson thing. He just never went this crazy on it. Obviously, he did say what he had to say during that time, but this crazy is like, whoa. Like, again, if this would have dropped, I don't know, man. I think the music climate would have changed a lot. I don't even know. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Like, favorite, share most of the comments, subscribe. Your boy, Cole Raven. I'm going to be going over the Ja Rule diss track. Yes, a Ja Rule diss track went out with Eminem. He bodied Ja Rule. I mean, everybody bodied Ja Rule. Busta Rhymes bodied Ja Rule. 50 bodied Ja Rule. Ja Rule bodied himself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. He just got bodied by everyone. It was great stuff. Great work. As per usual, you'd expect nothing less but the best from M. M has created a bar that very few can hurdle over. And that's what's dope about M. And I think that's what, man, actually changed the rap game. Because, again, he's just created a bar so high. I mean, you're talking about flows and punch and all this stuff. I mean, just like too many elements that he's mastered. So, can I really say that he has a black belt in martial arts? Guys. So stupid. Yeah. I'm surprised. Has M ever said something like that? Sounds like something M would say, that he has a black belt in martial arts. You know, get it, double entendre, right? I'm your boy, Cole Raven. Like, favorite, share most of the comments, subscribe. I'm going to catch y'all later. Type down below what y'all think. I'm going to catch y'all later.